Hey friends, welcome back. Today I am doing my makeup and I'm doing it in front of the camera because it is something that helps me feel better when I am generally feeling overwhelmed and need a break from being in my head. So as you can see, I have my egghead mode activated here and I'm just prepping my skin before I put a bunch of stuff on it. The reason why I'm doing this today is because I've been feeling a bit overwhelmed just in life in general and feeling like everything new that comes up tends to feel unbearable for me, and I just need a minor reprieve from it all. And makeup is something that makes me feel relaxed and distracted and creative. Not so much the outcome, but the process itself. So this is a very minimal look that I'm doing here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to the bookstore. So I'm putting a little bit of concealer on, and I never said that it was full coverage. I like it, but as you can see, I had to put on a couple layers of it. And then I'm just gonna put on some color and make myself look a little bit more alive because I feel like I look particularly pale today. And I think that's just a winter thing that a lot of us who don't like to fake tan or who aren't blessed with nice golden complexions look like. And I am starting to laugh here because this blush looks a little bit crazy when you first put it on, but you really have to trust the process with this. It's actually very sheer, so eventually, after much finger tapping, I made it work. I understand that feeling overwhelmed in general can make you not want to do anything, except maybe, at least in my case, isolate and distract myself from it. But taking some time to do something nice for yourself, something that you enjoy, can actually make a huge difference, at least in my experience, to how you're feeling. And this definitely doesn't just have to be makeup, but something creative is always nice. So for me, being overwhelmed looks like an inability to cope with, in my mind, anything. So any small thing that comes up or that doesn't go my way, and such as life, obviously, becomes unbearable and can feel way out of proportion and way more difficult than it actually is. And so this just gives me intense anxiety and can also make me more irritable towards other people, towards just life in general, and definitely more prone to finding myself in tears. Oftentimes just will get a hug from someone who I'm close to, and that will just set me off. So when I start to find myself reacting this way, I like to take a break, even if it's just for a little while. I mean, this makeup probably took me 20 minutes to do, but I like to take my time with whatever I'm doing. And one way that I like to separate myself kind of from my brain is by practicing mindfulness. So feeling overwhelmed is a very, I don't know why I just wielded this spoolie like a weapon, but gotta tame them crazy brows. Feeling overwhelmed is a very in your head feeling, if you know what I mean. Like nobody knows how you're feeling right now. This is all just you alone in this feeling. And so in that way, feeling overwhelmed can really draw you away from what's actually happening in the world around you. And to help with that, grounding yourself in the present moment is a really great way to help yourself come out of your mind and back into your surroundings. And grounding comes in a few different forms. So it could just be like breathing exercises, counting your breaths, focusing on your breath for a moment. Grounding exercises themselves are usually known as exercises in which you might go with the five senses. What is something I can hear right now? What is something I can feel right now, see right now? My personal favorite is I look for something in every color of the rainbow around me. What is something I can see that is red, orange, yellow, etc.? That tends to really distract me, and if it doesn't work the first time around, I can just go through the rainbow as many times as I need to And usually, eventually, my brain will forget what it was that I was ruminating over. Another thing that can help when you're feeling overwhelmed, and I understand that this isn't always possible, but don't be afraid to drop off of some things. You can't do it all, and you don't have to do it all. So if there are any things on your list that are absolutely not urgent or necessary completely, then don't be afraid to set healthy boundaries for yourself, and this includes both boundaries with others and with yourself as well. Setting healthy boundaries for yourself means not pressuring yourself to do it all and telling yourself there has to be a limit somewhere. This is the moment where I forgot that I wasn't using my double-ended brush and poked myself in the eyeball. Boundaries with others might be, I'm sorry, I can't talk about this right now. I'm sorry, I can't see you today. Can we please reschedule? That kind of thing. And then another thing that really helps me when I'm feeling overwhelmed is to be compassionate towards myself and just taking moments to acknowledge how hard the current situation is for me, and also to, for lack of a better word, congratulate myself for doing my best. So this would look like, hey, I know that life is really difficult for you right now, and I'm sorry that you're going through that, but you're doing a great job and you're doing your best, and you should be proud of that. By the way, you don't have to put concealer on the beauty blender to clean up your eye makeup. If it's a really light makeup look that you're doing, water will do the trick. Basically, just tell yourself what you would tell a friend if they expressed feeling the way that you're feeling. Oh, and here is my super unprofessional way of prepping my eyelashes for mascara. I just use my finger and separate them. Don't tell yourself that you're weak. Why can't you handle this? You're such a wimp. That kind of thing you would never say to a friend, so don't say it to yourself. It's not going to help anybody. It's not going to help you, especially since it's just going to make you feel worse. And one other important thing to consider when it comes to compassion for yourself is that although everyone may seem like they have what you have going on and then some, and they manage it just fine, everyone gets overwhelmed sometimes and not necessarily shows it, and it doesn't make you weak. It's something that everybody goes through and that everybody deserves compassion for. And then the last suggestion that I have for helping yourself when you're feeling overwhelmed is cry it out, maybe even phone a friend if you have someone who you feel really comfortable with. Don't be afraid to show your emotions, and don't be afraid that you're going to be judged for them. Like I said, it's something that literally everyone goes through, and it can be a healing process for you and for the person you talk to realize that you both go through this kind of stuff. Pro tip, always check for a dirty finger before you touch your own face after doing your makeup. So phone a friend, cry it out if you need to. It can help more than you know. Just releasing your emotions and having someone there to listen to them can be a really therapeutic thing in and of itself, and something that I don't always even mean to do when it happens, but it can help a lot. So like I said, after this, I just went and worked at the bookstore for a couple of hours in the afternoon. But I'm so glad that I took this time in the morning to help myself feel a little bit better and just a little bit more powerful before the start of my day. Here I am way overspraying my face and then checking to make sure that it didn't smudge my mascara under my eyes, because sometimes that happens. The final reveal is happening now. It's really amazing what lack of an egghead can do for you. Now I'm just going to be feeling cute for the next couple of minutes. So thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you aren't already. If you're a friend, feel free to hit the notification bell so I don't have to keep telling you guys when I come out with new videos, because I really don't want to bother you, but I also don't know if you want to know when I come out with new videos. I hope that this is good, relatable content for you, and that maybe it could even be a little bit helpful for both of us. And this is me realizing that I forgot my inner corner highlight, which is a very important part of the makeup routine, obviously. And as you can see, it does make a difference. So glad I caught that. Thank you so much. Bye.